Coming up on DITV, we got the scoop on another 2020 presidential candidate. Stay with us to see who came and what he had to say.
And later, University of Iowa students seek changes for students with disabilities. Stay tuned to see what ideas they have in store.
Iowa football added a familiar name to the coaching staff. I'll tell you who later in sports.
We said goodbye to April and its rain, but I think we might be trading it in for some thunderstorms. Stay tuned for weather to find out.
All that more coming up on this Thursday morning edition of DITV.
Don't go anywhere, DITV starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Declan Levy.
And I'm Sydney Zatz. Let's kick off the show with a political candidate who came for a visit. Presidential candidate Joe Biden visited Iowa City on Wednesday to talk about his presidential goals and views. DITV reporter Melissa Meter has more on the story.
Yesterday, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden held a rally at Big Grove Brewery and Tap Room to talk about two main goals he has if he's elected president. One of his main goals is to restore the middle class and their dignity.
My North Star as your president, if I'm elected, is that this time, when we rebuild the middle class, everyone's coming along, regardless of race, gender, ethnicity, religion. All about not only restoring America's soul, but building back the backbone of the country, giving people back their dignity.
Biden gave many examples of what he meant by restoring the middle class's dignity.
Being able to provide for the security of your family, being able to have a little bit of joy, being able to have a little bit of breathing room. You know, just a little bit of breathing room. You know, the middle class, my definition of middle class is being able to send your kid to a park and know they're going to come home safe.
Biden also said he wants to make education more affordable to lessen the burden on everyone.
It's not just because education becomes so expensive and so out of reach for so many people. That's not the reason. That's not the only issue. The issue is the parent as well. How many people are going to have a discussion this summer in about a month here in Iowa, in my home state of Delaware, sitting around the kitchen table and said, somebody's going to be saying, who's going to have to tell her? We don't have the money to send her back. We don't have the money. We can't figure out how to get her there.
Reporting from Big Grove Brewery and Tap Room, Melissa Meter, DITV News.
And you'll see more Melissa later on in the weather studio.
After stopping in Iowa City, Biden made his way to Des Moines, where he answered a question about the Attorney General.
Do you think the Attorney General should resign? Some other senators.
I do, because I think he's lost the confidence of America. He's the American. He's not the president's lawyer. He's the people's lawyer. He's to defend the people and the Constitution. He's not there to defend the president if they've done something wrong.
And you think he's lost the confidence?
I do.
Biden is expected to return to Iowa at the end of the month.
The Iowa City Council approved first consideration of a controversial prohibition regarding rental permits across the city until March 2020. The prohibition was proposed in reaction to a state law that was passed by the Iowa House and Senate over the past 2 months. It would prevent cities from enforcing rental caps in neighborhoods. Now, a rental cap is a restriction on the number of rental permits given in an area. There are objections to the measure centering around how it could negatively affect homeowners, property value, and renters. The ordinance will be considered again at the council's next 2 meetings.
After unveiling the potential tuition increase for the next academic year, University of Iowa and administrative leaders asked the state of board regents to consider the effects a tuition hike may have on students. Tuition for resident undergrads may increase by 3.9% for the next academic year at the UI and Iowa State. Non-resident undergrads may see a 1% increase. A key mission of the regents is to keep Iowa's public universities accessible and maintain the quality education they provide. The decline in state funding and inability to offset the decrease with tuition revenue could be considered linked. The UI says they have a strategic plan to help the decline in state funding.
University of Iowa President Bruce Harrell discussed the importance of public-private partnership in funding the UI's strategic plan. Two primary funding sources for the State Board of Regents is tuition revenue and state support. However, students increasingly worry about the cost of financing their education. The potential public-private partnership for the institution's utility system could make up the gap in funding the UI's strategic plan. Harold said tuition has not risen enough to recover from the decreases in funding, and there's a potential 50-year agreement between the college and a private firm. This would be an opportunity to open up a new revenue.
And Sydney, we are changing the calendar. It is now May. How's the weather going to look?
I don't know, but we have our birthday girl, Melissa Meter, in the weather studio to tell us, and I'm hoping we'll see some sunshine for graduation. Melissa?
Thanks, guys. Today's weather is going to be pretty mild. The skies will be cloudy, and there's a high of 64 degrees with 10 to 20 mile-an-hour winds. There's a slight chance of rain, but maybe since it's my birthday, that rain will hold off. Tonight, the cloudy skies and winds will stick around, and the temperature will drop to 43 degrees. Now let's move on to the extended forecast. Tomorrow will be cloudy with a high of 62 and a low of 41 with very light winds and a 20% chance of rain in the morning. This weekend, temperatures are going to warm up, so you might be able to spend some time outside. Saturday, we'll see sunny skies and temperatures in the upper 60s. Then on Sunday, the temperature will be in the upper 60s as well, with mild winds. But later Sunday afternoon and night, there's a 90% chance of thunderstorms. Heading into next week, we'll get some sunshine and thunderstorms. Monday's temperature will be in the mid-70s with mostly sunny skies and a 40% chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon and night hours. Then on Tuesday, the temperature will drop to the upper 60s and there's a 50% chance of scattered thunderstorms. It looks like we're trading the rain in for some thunderstorms, but at least it seems like we're going to see more sun in May than we did in April. Declan and Sydney, back to you at the desk.
Well, I sure hope we do see more sun, Melissa. Now, Governor Kim Reynolds signed a bill creating a children's mental health system into law, which is a key piece of Reynolds' legislative agenda for the 2019 session. The bill established a children's behavioral health system and state board, implements requirements for certain children's behavioral health services, and the state has 54 child psychiatrists in 14 out of 99 counties. According to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, Reynolds says the children's mental health system in Iowa has been built from the ground up. The bill passed in the House in March with a 83 to 14 vote, and later on the Senate passed it with a 46 to 2 vote.
Students with disabilities attending college can face many challenges like not being able to get to class when the elevator is broken. University of Iowa students gathered on the Pentacrest to share their stories of success and setbacks while attending the UI. They also called for a change. UI Students for Disability Advocacy and Awareness wants to move the Student Disability Service Office from the basement of Burge Hall. The organization has other concerns they hope to address, like the link of inaccessibility and many buildings on campus. The hope is to create more inclusion and for students with disabilities.
Now, Declan, we have had our baseball rained out a couple of days this past week, but we have some news in football.
Yeah, let's toss it over for Kim in the sports studio for more.
That's right, guys. Jay Neiman, father of current linebacker Nick Neiman and former Iowa linebacker Ben Neiman, was hired as Iowa's 10th assistant football coach, replacing Reese Morgan. Neiman was the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach at Rutgers for the past 3 seasons. In 2018, the Scarlet Knights defense was ranked 4th in the Big Ten and 19th in the nation. Neiman will serve as Iowa's assistant defensive coach and assistant recruiting coordinator. Last night, Iowa baseball took on Western Illinois in a midweek matchup at Dwayne Banks Field. Mitchell Bowe was out due to injury, and Brendan Scherr stepped up in a big way. With 3 of Iowa's 11 hits on the night, he scored twice for the Hawkeyes. Scherr gave Iowa the edge to win in a close 8-7 win. Iowa will stay at home to take on number 25 UC Irvine at Dwayne Banks Field. First pitch is scheduled for tomorrow at 6:05 p.m.
They played hard. They played well. Thought they had some good at-bats against our good guys, and you know, it was a good game for us to find a way to win. That's for sure.
Those midweek games, they always come out and they're ready to play. And you know, if we go to sleep on them, they're they're going to bite us, and, you know, we just got to stay focused the whole game and just do what we can and get it done.
The Drake Relays are known to bring out the best in the athletes, and for Iowa, it is no different. DITV sports reporter Kate Overton has more on one Iowa athlete who is jumping to new heights.
Iowa Hawkeye high jumper Jay Hunt was an Illinois state champion before taking his talents to Iowa City, and now he's achieving major milestones at Iowa's most prestigious track and field meet, the Drake Relays. Last year, Hunt was hurt and was unable to compete in the Drake Relays, but 1 year later, and healthy as can be, he managed to set a new personal best. This clearance of 6 feet 11 and a half inches gave Hunt a tie for 4th against some of the top competition in the country and gave a big confidence boost right before the end of the season.
I knew I was jumping good, and I knew I had that bar with my previous jumps, and the fact that I missed it twice made me a little angry, so I'm like, I need to go out and get this. Oh, there's a lot more left in the tank. Take a week off, kind of recover my leg, and then get back to it. And I finally get my approach down, you know, tweak a couple things, and we'll be 7-foot bars soon.
The high jump event was a fan favorite and very competitive. After the college event, Hunt got to watch the pros take things to a whole new height, and even they enjoyed the Drake Relay atmosphere.
Just winning my first USA championship here. The crowd, you know, I thought it was going to be cold, but it actually wasn't cold as I thought it was. I was really worried about the weather. In my room, I kept thinking, like, man, it's going to be 50s, 60s. I don't know how I'm going to jump, but, you know, I came out today, did what I needed to do.
Reporting from Drake Stadium, Kate Overton, DITV Sports.
Jay Hunt and the rest of the Iowa track and field team host the Big Ten Championships right here in Iowa City on May 10th. Moving off of dry land, the University of Iowa rowing team has risen to number 12 in the latest Collegiate Rowing Coaches Association rankings. Last weekend at the Longhorn Invitational, Iowa finished 3rd overall as a team and even upset number 10 Virginia in the Varsity 8, which helped them land their new spot in the top 15. But these rankings aren't anything new for Iowa, who has spent the last 26 weeks ranked nationally. Iowa will compete against 6 other ranked Big Ten teams at the conference championships in 2 weeks in Devils Lake, Wisconsin. That's all I have for you in the sports studio today, but tune in tomorrow where we will break down the magic behind Dwayne Banks Field. Declan and Sydney, back to you guys at the desk.
Starbucks has revealed its summer menu, and the new hot pink dragon drink was crafted by its customers.
The beverage takes on its pink color with a blend of real dragon fruit juice and coconut milk.
Originally, the drink was known as a mango dragon fruit refresher.
But after many consumers asked for it with coconut milk rather than water, Starbucks chose to take the popular new creation off the secret menu and add it to the 2019 summer menu.
Along with the new dragon drink, Starbucks now offers other new menu items such as a grilled cheese sandwich and a veggie wrap. And Declan, I'm sure they're very busy the next couple of weeks with finals coming up. So.
Absolutely, Sydney. Well, thank you for tuning in to this Thursday morning edition of DITV.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news.
And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print editions on newsstands now. I'm Declan Levy.
And I'm Sydney Zatz. Have a great day, Iowa City.
DITV is celebrating their achievements from the 2019 Iowa Broadcast News Association Awards, being named the #1 college news station in Iowa. The IBNA has also recognized DITV with Best Sportscast featuring Lucy Rodine and Natalie Acapeti, Best Weather Coverage from DITV's Weather Team, a first-place finish in spot news coverage by Noah Gowdy, a second-place finish for an in-depth series by Bo Bowman, second and third place finishes for Best Newscast produced by Anthony Caligiuri and Becca Scadden. Feature reporting and political coverage by Sydney Zatz. Excellence in reporting, general reporting, and public affairs by Caitlin Cluck. And finally, excellence in anchoring featuring Anthony Caligiuri, Mackenzie Cooper, and Becca Scadden. We'd like to thank the University of Iowa community and viewers like you for your continued support of DITV.